Hello, welcome to the brother recap of the Surrender Fast for week one. And I am Charles Clark. I'm sitting in the office of Nebo Publishing, and I just want to give a special shout out to Dr. Celeste Owens for giving us the opportunity to be a part of the Surrender Fast. Um, I'm not going to be on long this time. I just wanted to ask a couple of questions. Why are you fasting? And do you know why you're fasting? And then also with that, what are you trying to surrender? What do you need to surrender? I was, I love Dr. Owens, you know, her definition of surrender, doing God's will his way. And I was actually this week watching I just, this clip of an artist um, saying that they were having some difficulties. Uh, that they were going to church and that they were, leaving church and they were doing their thing and it still wasn't working out for them. And I said, and I instantly thought of Dr. Owens. If you're going to surrender, and the reason why they're having difficulties, and I want you to understand the reason why you might be having difficulties this week so far in the surrender fast, because have you actually surrendered? Are you actually doing God's will his way? Everyone's purpose is different. Everyone's life is different. And if we say that we are Christians, and that word, because everybody considers themselves a Christian, right? But I want you to realize that you told God when you got saved and filled with the Holy Ghost that, you know what? My life is yours. And come to find out, we are not doing that. Our lives seemingly are our own. And then when we try to maneuver outside of God's will, we actually get surprised when things don't work out the way we believe they should. I remember having this discussion with Dr. Owens about food. I had to surrender to the fact that I was not going to lose weight the normal way. And I couldn't have surgery. The doctor said no. And what I was doing wasn't working. And when you go to doctors, they give you this list, nutritionists, they give you this list. And I literally had to surrender to God and say, hey, I'm taking my hands off of this. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to follow the doctors. I had Dr. Owens' Hunger Book. I had certain chapters in Surrender. And then I asked God, God, what do you want me to do? And literally, I began to write down everything that God told me to do. And it was only until I surrendered the way, number one, the way I looked at food, also the way I looked at myself. I had to have a better image of me. And once I surrendered to that I wasn't ugly. I used to think that for real. Once I surrendered the way I use food, not as comfort, not as solace, but I used food as a way of nourishment and sustainment. Once I surrendered to all of that, then I began to lose weight. So I started off about 2017. I had lost some weight, lost about 30, 35 pounds, 40. And then my mother died in 2017. And then my brother died a year later in 2018. So all that weight that I had lost, I began to gain it all back because I was using food as a way of comfort. So about a year ago, I changed the way I looked at I surrendered to God and said, listen, it's going to be me and you on this journey. Let's rock this thing out. And so we rocked it out. And I can tell you, because I followed sound advice from the Holy Spirit, I can tell you that I was once 411 pounds and now I'm 293. Uh, I had to learn how to do it God's way. Also, Dr. Owens just said grief does that as well. Of course, grief had a lot to do with that. I was eating because I was grieving, and I was sad, I was depressed because I lost my mother and I lost one of my best friends. Um, and I had to go through that grieving process. But then I had to look in the mirror, Dr. Owens, and I had to say, yo, brother, this ain't working, brother. This is not working. Bro, you got to do something. And literally, with some tools that I've learned from Surrender Fast, with some tools I've learned from her hunger book, and again, sitting down with God in prayer, we begin, once you add God to the equation, and once you make God the equation, things work out. But let me tell you this. I have to tell you this. I have to tell you this, that to do God's will, you have to do it His way. And it wasn't until I did it God's way that the weight began to come off. And I'm telling you, and once I did that, I'm telling you, once I did that, my A1C was at a 12. It's now at a 5. My blood pressure is the best it's ever been. My cholesterol is the best it's ever been. Just from following or surrendering and doing God's will His way. So the question I still have for you is, why are you right now? Why are you fasting? Why are you fasting? Um, uh, Let me know on Facebook. Let me know. But why are you fasting? Why are you specifically doing the surrender fast? What do you want God to do in your life? You can write it or you can email me, Brother Mag, BROTHAMAG at outlook.com. I would love to share next week when we get back on next week. I would love to share some of your stories with me. I would, if you allow me to. But I want to know why you are fasting. What do you want God to do in your life from September to October? What do you want? What is the ultimate goal for your surrender fast? Dr. Owens came on the radio show once, um, the Daily Mix, and we talked about purpose, and we talked about what to do with that purpose. And I want to know what your purpose is. Do you know? Are you using the surrender fast to understand God's real purpose in your life? I'm gonna push. I wish I had some music, but can't play music. So I wish I had some music because I would like to hear some questions. I like to hear some answers about that. Do you know what God's purpose is for your life? Let me tell you what I did. The first surrender fast I ever did, that was the reason why I fasted. I wanted to know the real reason why. What was my real purpose? And there was some stuff I had to get rid of. There's some stuff I had to surrender. There were some things I had to take off. There were some things that were not like Christ. Let's be honest. Some stuff that we do are not like Christ. And I want to let you know, some stuff that we do that other people do, some stuff we can't do because there's a specific purpose in our life that God has for us. So we can't do what everyone else does. So while you fasting, what's your purpose? And then, are you doing God's will His way? That's the question. Those are the questions. And so I'm not going to keep you long, but on next week, going to be a little bit longer. I'm going to have a special guest next week. We're going to talk to the brothers. Going to have a couple of brothers here with me. But I just wanted to give you some information as you go into week 2. As you go into week 2, why are you fasting? And it's still not too late to change why you're fasting. Why are you fasting? I did it the first time because, listen, I need to figure out, I need to repurpose. What was I doing? Now, I'm going to tell you why I'm fasting again. I want more clarity in my purpose. That's why I'm fasting this time. I want more clarity in my purpose. We get to do what we believe what we're supposed to do. I know for a fact the way I'm supposed to do Daily Mix. I know I'm supposed to do Brother Mag. And we publish books. There's so many things I have been blessed with over the last 12 years. Big ups for Brother Magazine. This is our 12th year anniversary. But times are changing. And so, okay, I need some more clarity. I need to know how to take the platforms that God has given me to another level. So I need some more clarity in my purpose. I believe sometimes we're given the purpose and we're given the information or the task to complete the purpose in the beginning. And then as we get to moving and we start working that thing out, you know how we do. We work it and we just go, we just do it, we just do it. Oh man, come on, we doing it. Come on. And then we've been doing it for so long, we got to push pause and say, okay, God, all right, okay, I feel kind of stagnant. We're working, everything's like coasting right along, but am I effective in my purpose? And that's the question I'm asking in 12 years. Am I still effective in what you have told me to do? And already in the first week, he's given me some answers on how to do things better. I'm telling you, surrender fast works. Surrender fast works. I'm telling you, it works. I'm already changing some stuff for the next issue. I'm changing some stuff for 2022. There's some ideas and things that God was wanting to shift. There's that word, shift. Thanks, Pastor Clark. There's some stuff I got to shift, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So before I let you go, why are you fasting? What is your purpose? Mhm. And if you surrendered like you're supposed to, are you doing it God's way? God's will, his way. All right. Until next time, 12:30 next week, Saturday. I got some special guests coming on. Be ready. And please email me your responses. And I won't say your names. Trust me, I won't say your names. We don't do that. I won't say your names, but I think that, for us to get to know one another in the next few weeks, we're going to be doing this for the next few weeks. So let's get to know one another. Again, my name is Charles Clark. I'm so happy you took this time out with me. I am so excited listen, Dr. Owen she says, it's so cool to see you out in front. Listen, she already knows. I like staying in the background. Yes, I have a radio show, but no one sees my face on the radio show. I have a magazine. I've never posted my face in the magazine ever in 12 years. That's changing for the next issue. But God has been really, really good. And so, again, this is all part of my shift. I'm shifting because God has been good to me. I'm telling my testimony more. Again, it's all part of surrender. It's all part of surrender. Surrender works, y'all. Y'all ready? All right. Until next week, God bless you and I love you. Peace.